impossible.
It's Madden NFL 23, and our focus is on Anthony Walker. He was terrific defensively last week with 11 tackles. It's the Browns and the Steelers on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 15 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
It won't be easy here after that sack. Now you got Trubisky and the Steelers facing a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jadeveon Clowney, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. And the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Holding offense.
They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
Still first down.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. The defense gets a hand on him, but he still grabs it. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Harris running straight ahead. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how. Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there. These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face. A little wind in there. Yeah, that's right. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause? Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions. And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah gets hits him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jordan Phillips able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And a nice play there defensively, and this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame, just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove, because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him, so he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. That time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Watson on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Browns at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb, and he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the 1st. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Harris on the draw. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, coverage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, Trubisky. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
This, a fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
It won't be easy here after that sack. Now you got Trubisky and the Steelers facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now here's Ross. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 58 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
On 1st down, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's hard to believe with all this production that Amari Cooper keeps changing teams, but no matter where he goes, he just continues to produce. 3 years in Oakland, traded. 3 years in Dallas, traded again, this time to the Cleveland Browns. And now with the Browns here, he produces a first down, coming off a career-best 8 touchdowns in 2021.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
If I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Trubisky. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so because the run has been very effective for them. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Chubb on the counter, and he's going to be met at about the 43. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A give running right is Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 84 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Terrell Edmonds.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Watson. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They hand this off to Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the 1st half, this is just complete domination. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring it up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just got to wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down.
Here's Presley Harvin now. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. Charles, let's get a look here at their 2022 draft class. You notice no picks until the 3rd round, so they missed on some of those top names early, but they still seem very happy with this group as well as who was acquired by trading those early picks away.
Yeah, that's how it works, isn't it? We've yet to meet the team that doesn't say that they were really fired up by their draft no matter what. And we also know the teams love to say, we're watching the highlight reels of the guy we acquired when the pick they dealt is on the clock.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They run it again with Chubb. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Watson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 111 yards rushing now for Chubb and a first down as well.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 1st and 10, Watson got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And Chubb will try the middle here. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
10 more there and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And again, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Trubisky to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now it's Trubisky. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
He's got a man, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Holding offense.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Watson. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. Some good games starting in the early window on Sunday, and one of the big ones features the New England Patriots as they'll take on the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Then later, they'll let the sun die down a bit in Tampa. A late start here in Florida, where it'll be the Buccaneers taking on the Green Bay Packers. Then on Sunday night, the Super Bowl rematch from the Elway, Montana years. That's right, Niners, Broncos from Denver. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Steelers in that first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's been no contest in terms of the rushing yards. You see a much, much brighter picture there. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, this one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try to win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
Watson on first down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They go with Chubb on second down. 151 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Chubb running right. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. The pass caught by his running back, Nick Chubb. And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. First and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers at their own 18. Throwing here, Trubisky. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll try the right side with Harris. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Here's Trubisky. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Trubisky will throw. And that's incomplete.
Just what they need, electrical made, but subpar offense as well help get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Boswell's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 30 on second down, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is, because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A give. This is Chubb. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. To throw is Watson. Touchdown, Browns! Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Give the credit there to Jordan Phillips getting in the backfield for the tackle for loss.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This is Harris on the draw. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A give running right is Chubb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. He continues to have a big night here under under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
They run again on first down. Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On first down, Trubisky. He gets it left side of Johnson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now Trubisky on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky setting up the screen. Harris. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
Here's Watson. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 41. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, it's Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. 1st and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers. At the 20. Harris will start the drive out. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Trubisky. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They'll look to throw. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. Will be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They run. Chubb. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give him 30 yards there.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
York now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Harris.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb up to the 20. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. Set. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And again, it's Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now Chubb running right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Starting to look like this drive may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.